Meanwhile, in Rwanda. No, I wouldn't stand too close to those blades. Bloody hell, they would take your head off, wouldn't they?
They really would. And for the benefit of those watching on Twitch who could not see that video, just be glad you didn't. Put it that way. Just be glad that you didn't.
Oh, but there's loads of videos tonight. They're going to miss out.
Well, they'll still see us whilst the videos are playing.
Yeah,
so they'll still see us.
Come to YouTube. Come to YouTube and wonder at the high quality videos that we give people. Speaking of high quality videos, here's a slide.
Apparently my sound is weird.
Well, there you go.
What? My sound should be absolutely fine. It could be that I've got my heating on, and then if I turn that off, it could be a lot less weird.
Echo, it says.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. That's not my end.
No, that would be me. Try that.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, there he goes. There he goes. Already.
Yeah, well, you know what? You hit me with shit when there's only a minute to go, and let's not bother talking about this crap. Anyway, Megan Rapinoe is apparently going bankrupt after nobody will hire her. Oh, surprise, surprise. That's what happens when you're an arsehole.
Oh, well, yeah. And I mean, we can attest to this personally. Because there's nobody in their right mind going to hire us.
Well, why would you hire us?
Well, exactly. So we must forge forward and push forward and forge our own path. And before we do move on, I have another ball.
Oh, dude! Oh, right. Hold on. Before you do this ball, did you give the people the choice of the colour? Because he never got the black balls. They're multicoloured. No. He has flesh-coloured ones, though. They do look quite disturbing. So, did you offer choice?
Yes, and Julie C chose green.
Yeah, Ben, that's weird. There's nothing much I can do about that.
And she chose the message, Merry Christmas,
Surfs.
Merry Christmas, surf, from Julie C to us.
Excellent.
All of you. And of course, if you want to sponsor my balls, the link is there in the chat to do so. And thank you, Julie, for that sponsorship. And thank you all for supporting us in any way, shape or form that you can. But yes, Megan Rapinoe, nobody wants to hire her. Apparently I'm too quiet, John.
Jesus.
I could shift myself up a little bit. There we go.
Yeah.
See if that makes a difference.
Well, you look pretty even here.
Okay.
Maybe slightly up a tad. Maybe up a dB or two.
Bring it up, and I say bring it up, and then if they say it's good, we'll just continue until they say it's good. Okay. I think that's probably for the best. We'll just push on. Dread Eye says better.
Right.
So
okay.
I will listen to the man. Tony says sounds fine.
And you're a misogynist. Is that misogyny creeping into the show already at this early stage?
What do you mean?
Well, you said I will listen to the man.
Who else am I going to listen to?
Well, Shalini was batting on about you sounding weird. And then you said, well, I'll listen to the man.
What Shalini says, I'm still quiet.
Well, that maybe the problem's Shalini. You know,
Well, I don't know.
she's got those strange elf-like ears. I don't know how they work.
Well, once again, I don't know. Let me just quickly listen in myself, and I'll tell you. Speak for me, John, so that I can hear you on the show.
You want to hear me? So you want to hear me, right? Okay. So anyway, we're going to talk about this guy from BBC. So I'm going to flip onto him in a second, and you can talk about that, Ben, and then I'll be quiet.
I didn't hear a word you were just saying. But,
right.
Bring me up a tad.
I can't bring you up any further. You're up. You're maxed.
Then bring yourself down a tad. How's that?
No. Well, right. Let me see the levels. Talk to me.
I'm talking to you.
Yeah, you look fine. You're higher than me, so stuff
right.
it.
So BBC, yeah?
Yeah, BBC.
BBC presenter, Mr. Nihao, and I apologise, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his surname. I'm not. Is a racist, John.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
I say that with evidence, by the way, because this man publicly went on record and said that walking into his BBC Radio 5 Live job and seeing a sea of white colleagues made him very nervous. Now,
hold on. Where does he work? Is he in India?
No.
Or is he in China?
No.
Is he in Somalia?
No.
What country does he work in? What office of the BBC?
Well, it's the Radio 5 Live. So I'm guessing London, my friend, London.
Well, I'm surprised he sees a sea of white colleagues in London, to be fair.
Well yeah. Also, what was I going to say? We live in a country, and this is just demographically true, that is 85% white. Okay? 85% white here in the United Kingdom. And 15% non-white. Okay? And people like Nihao keep talking about diversity, equity, and inclusion. DEI. And what they mean by that is they want to see the structural makeup of the companies in which they work adhere to the structural makeup of the country. And I'm not talking about anything other than what people look like, John. So their skin colour.
Yes.
Really, this is what...
Yeah, okay. So if they want to do that, they better start firing people that aren't white.
Yeah, apparently I still need to speak up. This is getting a bit annoying, to be honest.
Well, I've not changed anything this end. So what the hell's happened?
Well, I honestly don't know, because I mean, the only thing I can do is open up my gain. I'll open up my gain, and this is the last thing I can do. However, the BBC's racial demographic makeup, the BBC as a company, is 58% white. 58%. Which means that non-white people, with regards to how the racial demographics are made up versus the country, are actually overrepresented at the BBC.
It sounds, Vaughn said your volume is fine. It just sounds like you're chewing a toffee.
I honestly, hold on.
It's like, you know, you keep mucking about. Every time we come on, you've got a different audio set up, and we spend 10 minutes with you fixing your audio. Can you not just fix it once? Now we can't even hear you at all.
Yeah, that's by design, because what I'm doing is I'm just messing with it again to make you hear it a bit better. So there's the gain open. There's that.
It's not the volume. They're saying muffled. It's as if you're on a...
Yeah, but now I've returned it to how it was, John.
Right, okay.
I've returned it to its old settings.
Right, okay. Right, let's crack on.
And other people are saying it was fine, for God's sake.
Yeah, just crack on.
Yeah, well, I suppose so. So yeah, anyway, the racial diversity makeup of the BBC is actually far overrepresented when it comes to non-white people. 42% non-white. 42% versus 15% of the country. So what is this guy, who obviously firmly believes in diversity, equity, and inclusion, moaning about? What's he moaning about?
He's moaning about it because he can moan about it, and because he is not white, right? Nobody's going to point a finger at him apart from people like us who say, you're actually being a racist. Well, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what.
quite a lot of other people on Twitter by the looks of things as well. And
I'll tell you,
why does he have a porn site linked to his bio?
that's a very good question, and one I've actually asked him and had no response to, of course. But the other point I want to make here is this. The race card, when it comes to being racist, no longer works.
Oh.
That's very clear. From the response that he's received, especially from people like Konstantin Kisin, the race card is no longer. He's basically saying, because he is not white, anyone who criticizes his overt racism is in fact a racist. No.
Oh, and there's Ben gone. So there we go. Bye, Ben. Ben's off. Right. So, you're back.
Here.
What happened?
I have no idea because I didn't touch anything.
You're very jerky.
It'll be back. It'll resort itself. Don't worry.
So, are we still talking about this then?
Yeah. Well, like I was trying to suggest, the race card itself saying, because I'm non-white, I can be racist to white people. That worked from about 2015 to about 2022. It doesn't work anymore. People are pissed off. People are wising up and waking up to the fact that these people are nothing but hateful bigots, and they think that they can be hateful bigots purely because they are in some kind of minority, and it's just not going to fly anymore. It really isn't. It really isn't.
Indeed. I think you're right. I agree with you 100%.
Thank you.
Right, so the SNP have been trying to keep things secret again. They've got a right habit here of trying to keep things secret, haven't they?
They have. They've been in court today, haven't they, John?
Yes, and the judge has thrown out the bid by the Scottish Government to prevent the publication of details about an inquiry into whether Nicola Sturgeon broke the ministerial code or did not break the code. Now, all the SNP, and including the SNP Appreciation Society, and yes, there is an actual or Nicola Sturgeon Appreciation Society, has said that, of course, Nicola did not break the code. Well, we're going to find out because they have to release the information that was requested by a member of the public on an FOI. So the Court of Session in Edinburgh has ruled they must release the information. So they've now been told to go back and find it because they said, oh, we don't have that information. And the judge said, that's a ridiculous statement to make. Go back and find it.
Prediction glasses.
Go on.
Prediction hat. Give me a second.
I can't recall. I can't even recall.
Prediction time. Prediction time, people.
Go on.
The Scottish National Party are going to find a way to make it not in the public interest to release this information still. What they're going to do is work their way around these judges' orders and say, well, there's no public interest in releasing this information. And they'll give janky, bad reasons why, and still they will not comply.
Well, they'll be fined in contempt of court if they try that.
I'm not sure, but
anyway, we'll see what happens. Right, so moving on. Amazon, and their fine fleet of Sprinter vans, their grey fleet of Sprinter vans that we see delivering us our Christmas parcels as we speak daily, if not twice a day. But anyway,
I have one turn up today.
Yeah, Amazon have switched their vans back to diesel. I'm sorry, the electrical vehicle model just doesn't work for us. It's not compatible with the service. Imagine that. Oh, what will just stop Boyle be saying about this?
No, clearly not. No. Honestly, not. No. Come on.
Yeah. So there you go.
Come on, no.
Right.
Look, obviously, one electric charge is going to make their 300 drops a day. Obviously, clearly, they're not going to have to stop at several points throughout the day to continue charging. Come on now.
I know.
No, not at all, John. Not at all.
Not at all. I know.
Not at all.
I actually came up with the idea for Amazon before Amazon did while I was at uni.
Did you?
Yeah, I did actually. I did. And me and a lawyer started working it up. Because he,
Listen, John, if that were
it's
true, you would be the one
No.
flying with Captain Kirk in penis-shaped rockets right now. Come on.
No, it wouldn't, because we didn't. We couldn't get the we couldn't get the capital to get it running.
Well, yeah, Jeff beat you to it.
Yeah, I mean,
Jeff beat you to it.
There's a big difference between Silicon Valley and Glasgow.
Yeah, of course there is. Yeah,
Cumbernauld and Paisley at that point, as it was. Anyway,
yes, come to my garage in Paisley, where I will send you packaging.
Exactly.
Yes.
You can see where I had a little hamper.
I'll wrap them, I'll pack them, and I'll blow your house down. No, sorry, I'll deliver your package.
Right. Anyway, speaking of talking in dialects, this young lady. I use that term loosely. Iona Fife has been voted Scots Singer of the Year, right?
Right.
Now, I think this applies to the fact that she sings in Scots, which is a made-up term which is a made-up term basically to describe someone that sings in a dialect.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a really bad dialect, because I tried it last night on the little wee Willy Winky thing. I did the last verse.
You know, enough of my family talk to each other in text like it.
Oh yeah, but that's not Scots. That's just Ned, right? There's a difference.
It's dumb, is what it is. It's dumb.
Yeah, that's Ned speak, right? Like geezer jacket and all that.
Mm-hmm.
He gives a swally that I am boo. Anyway, so basically, I think she's been voted Scots Singer of the Year for a made up thing. I think it's a made up thing. Is she not Canadian anyway? But anyway, so there we go. Right, yeah. You tell me about this one. What's happened to this lovely lady? What's Kemi Badenoch been up to now? You
got to stop doing that. You got to stop doing
that. Sorry. Diana, wrong party.
Well, look, the British public didn't support her. Okay, the British public, well, they voted for her lots when they wanted her to do things like eat testicles and things like that. But they didn't vote for her to remain. She's not popular, really. The difference is they voted for Nigel to do all of this stuff because they wanted to see Nigel do all this stuff. And they're obviously voting in their droves to keep him in the jungle because he survived 3 vote-offs so far. He might go out tonight, but he survived 3 of them. She was out second. She went out second, and then Fred Siriax from First Dates, who I am absolutely astonished is straight, went out last night.
No, I mean, Fred's French. Why wouldn't he be straight?
But I'm just saying, I'm astonished.
So
I'm absolutely astonished.
What? Who was out first? Do you know?
Yes, Frankie Dettori, the jockey.
Oh right, okay. He would almost be shit. Was he short? Was he almost a dwarf?
I was about to say, right? We talk about a race row in I'm a Celebrity, but they didn't support the little guy, did they? They didn't support the little guy.
Shocker, really. Was he boring though? Was he boring? Yeah, because he
was telling stories all the time, but he wasn't really doing anything.
Yeah, when they're boring, there's no point in trying to support them. So there you go. You were speaking about Race Row. Yeah, so I'm a Celeb rocked by Race Row after the only 2 black contestants, Nella Rose and fan favourite Marvin Humes received the lowest public votes. He's not the fan favourite then, is he? That's an oxymoron.
I mean, I think it's articles like this that push people to vote for him yesterday, because he's still in there at the moment. So usually you can sort of tell the order they're going to go out, because the one that's second in the bottom 2 usually goes out the next day.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That didn't happen here. Fred Siriax went out.
Yeah, but I mean, how can he be fan favourite if nobody was voting for him? He's not.
But he's not a fan favourite. He's clearly not a fan favourite. He's part of a band that...
He's a message. He's on the message favourite. That's what he is.
But the point I want to make here is, who cares what their skin colour is? What matters is how entertaining they are to the British public on a show like this. And if they're not providing that entertainment value, or people are not gelling with them and people are not enjoying what they're doing, then it doesn't matter what colour they are, people aren't going to vote for them. So on a reality show like this, it is your job. I mean, you're being paid big bucks to do this, first of all, but it is your job to make yourself likable. That is why you're in this sort of show, to show a different side. Like Nigel Farage, they always say, I'm going to show a different side to myself. Oh, maybe people. So go and do that. And people like Marvin and people like Nella, all Nella did was basically be a racist the entire time.
Yeah, I think she did.
And all Marvin has done is teach that enthusiastic Sam kiddie some JLS dances, and that's about it. And nobody cares. Nobody cares about that.
Yeah.
I mean,
so what about the pregnant woman that got stabbed in Aberfan, where there was a mining disaster in 1966, just as an aside?
Yeah.
Not that that's really important. So a pregnant woman gets attacked and stabbed. Now, some people said that the attacker tried to cut the baby out, but I'm not quite sure what's going on. And I don't actually know what her condition is. But what got me was there were people interviewed who had witnessed the entire thing. They'd rushed over to help. Okay, the guy had made off. They'd seen him. They'd given the police a description, and all the police said was there's an armed assailant on the run, and we're dealing with it. No description.
Yeah.
Now, why would you not give a description of an armed assailant running about a town? Surely you want people to know what he looks like so that you can avoid him at the very least, and tell the police preferably where he is so that they can go and apprehend him.
I mean, that was their initial reaction, wasn't it? I believe, as we speak, his identity is known.
Well, it is now because they've arrested him.
Yeah.
But but why? It was like over 12 hours before they released the description, or before they arrested him.
And that's really weird because, as you say, if they want the general public's help in locating this person, then obviously the first thing you want to do is release either some kind of description or, let's face it, British Isles are some of the most surveilled places on the planet now. So probably got full CCTV footage, phone footage, camera footage, whatever. Yeah. Release an image. Say, we're looking for this guy. If you see him, he might get a bit stabby with you. So just be a bit careful and give us a call.
Yeah. So, what was it, Andrew? No, Rob says it was her ex-boyfriend. And that was the first thing that came to my mind. Pregnant woman gets attacked. It's usually someone that's got something to do with the pregnancy that's involved.
Well, perhaps he didn't want to paint. No,
don't say that. Right. Anyway, so there we go. So hopefully she and her baby are going to be okay. So we'll see what happens.
From what I understand, they are. So,
right, good.
As it stands.
So another couple of babies that have done all right, and they've got out of jail early. Remember Phoebe? Remember you liked Phoebe?
I do like Phoebe.
Phoebe and Ruby and Kiara. Kiara, what a name. Kiara. That's a cracking name, isn't it? That just oozes wealth, opulence, decadence even. Money.
You know what?
Old money, doesn't it?
Let me stop you right there.
Sorry.
Let me stop you right there. Because I'm reading the Just Stop Oil tweet here, and instantly, they're lying. They're straight up lying. So, they said, granted bail from HMP Bronfield and HMP Wandsworth after almost 3 weeks on remand after being imprisoned without trial for marching in resistance to new oil and gas. No, in the case of Phoebe, at the very least, she was on remand because she breached her bail conditions and then stood in the court and said to the judge, you know what? You let me out of here, I'm going to breach them again.
Yeah, well, That's
why she was put on remand.
She hasn't breached her bail conditions, and you know why?
Why is that?
Because she's no longer in the country. She's on holiday at Tenerife.
How, Phoebe, did you get to Tenerife?
Big plane.
Come on,
Big silver
come on,
bird.
Phoebe. How'd you get there, Phoebe? Come on, Phoebe.
Big silver bird in sky.
Phoebe doesn't fucking practice what she preaches.
No, of course she doesn't. Of course she doesn't. I think her and Kiara are away on holiday for a couple of weeks to decompress, you know, after the trauma of being kept in prison.
Well, do you not think part of the bail conditions might be that she can't leave the country?
No, probably not.
I mean,
I don't know. I mean, she's not a flight risk.
Shalini makes a good point in the chat, actually. She says she may have drank Red Bull, it gives you wings.
No, it doesn't. That's a fallacy. Anyway,
you say she's not a flight risk, she's a...
No, she's not a flight risk. How's she a flight risk? She's going to come back and protest again. I mean, she's already told the sheriff that she's going to, or the judge that she's going to do that. So I don't think she's a flight risk. Where would she go?
Like Harold says, throwing paint and soup on things is hard work. She needs a break. She does. You know, bless her.
Anyway,
come on.
So
no
do you remember
for V, but plenty for Phoebe?
Do you remember Louise?
Louise, Mild Breeze Louise.
Mild Breeze. Well, I've reached out to Mild Breeze Louise because she's down off her gantry and she made a little song.
She did.
And she wants to be #1 for Christmas. And I asked Louise, I said, can we play your song on our show? Because she said, my bail conditions are that I'm not allowed to go into London for the next 2 weeks. So she's been excluded from London for the next 2 weeks. So I said, well, and she said, I can't, you know, promote my song like I could, like I should be able to. I can't go to gigs. I can't go to pubs and clubs, and I can't promote the song as I should be able to. And I said, well, come on our show and talk about it, because we'll play your song for you. So I says, can we play your song? And she never responded. I'm disappointed.
So are you going to play a song?
No, I'm not going to bother.
Would you like me to give you a quick...
I'll respond. I'll play her song if she wants to respond, but no.
Look, would you like me to give you a quick rendition of the music video? I won't give you any music, just the content of the video. Right? You ready?
Go on. Hold on. Is it Louise crying?
Hold on.
Yeah. Did you actually watch it?
Yes! It's just her going...
How bad was it?
It's terrible.
Oh my God. And she said,
you've got to watch it.
She said she was #1 the previous week on iTunes. We couldn't find any evidence that she was #1.
She was number 37.
Yeah, I mean, 37. Credit where credit's due. 37's better than nothing, but it's not #1.
We tried.
We tried. That's what the song's called. We tried. Right. I'm going to play.
It's a Just Stop Oil song, people. It's a Just Stop Oil song.
It's a Just Stop Oil song. So I'm going to try up. I'm going to play a little, just a teeny, and this is, it goes back to what we were talking about the other day.
Assalamu alaikum, guys. So today is my 12th day since I reverted to Islam, and I finally learned the first chapter of the Quran.
Right, so this young lady has reverted to Islam, which sounds weird because I don't think she was...
I'll stop you right there, because that is what all Muslims say. They say you don't convert to Islam, you revert to Islam.
Oh my God! Right. So now the question I have to ask, and based on the fact that in my thinking, religion is a belief system and not something that one has to choose, because it is your belief is such that it will be chosen for you what your beliefs are. How can you believe in something that you actually don't understand at all?
Well,
because she's only read the first chapter of the Quran. Now you've read some of the Quran, yeah?
I've read all of the Quran,
and you've read all of the hadiths, right?
Many of the hadiths,
right? So it's a mishmash of complete and utter fucking nonsense, right?
And not only that, it gets to the point where some of the hadiths cancel out some of the Quran.
I mean, the whole thing's it's a contradiction. It's like an octopus, right? With 48 different arms, and not one of them is controlled by its brain. It's a complete disaster of a religion.
Of an ideology, yes.
Well, there you go. So how can she possibly believe in something that she knows nothing about?
Well, you know that we fundamentally disagree on whether or not people have their religion chosen for them. We've spoken about this before.
Yeah. And that's fine. We're allowed to disagree.
And I honestly think she's done this for TikTok views.
I think so too. I think that. I mean, this is a prime example of what a conscious choice is, because she knows nothing about the religion and has decided to revert to it.
So what she's doing is she is going, look at me, look how virtuous and caring and loving I am. I'm going to do this thing, and I'm going to put a video about it out on TikTok, and you're all going to hear it, and you're all going to see it, and then I'm going to go off and have some pulled pork.
Yeah. Bacon Sari. So speaking about an exercise of futility, okay?
Right.
Taking a selfie like this, to me, is an exercise in futility. Those three lovely young ladies taking a selfie there.
I don't like your insinuation there, John.
Well, what do you mean?
Look, listen.
There's no insinuation. I've stated.
Listen, John.
What?
Did you not tell that all of their very, very moderate coverings all had slightly different shades of black, so you knew which one each one was?
No. What I'd like to know is, what does the camera think?
Look, the camera looked quite old, to be honest. The camera looked, it did not look like it was picking up a high quality image. I could be wrong, but it did not look like it was picking up a high quality image.
Yeah, we're going all in on the religion of peace tonight, aren't we?
Well, look, we're an equal opportunity. We're an equal opportunity kind of outlet, and we'd do the same to Christians.
Oh yeah, of course we would. Of course we would.
Do the same. We'd do the same to the religion that can't be named. We'd do the same to Hindus.
Well, we probably wouldn't do it to the religion that cannot be named, because we're not allowed to. Nobody can criticize. It's like them that cannot be named. You can't criticize them. But I tell you what, I was pleased to see that it looks like SeaWorld have come along and they've finally released Shamu back into the wild.
Oh, give me a second. Sorry, I've just had to. If you're watching on Twitch, I've just had to change something up.
Right. So anyway, as I was saying, it looks like they've released Shamu back into the wild.
Tonight, aren't you?
Well, what else could it possibly have been?
To be fair, it looked more like a Commerson's dolphin.
Okay, I'll succumb to your superior knowledge of the aquatic life.
But it would work pretty well as a flotation device, so she's less likely to drown. She's less likely to drown than you, all right? I mean, you and I have excess blubber to keep us afloat, to be fair.
Indeed we do. Indeed we do. Now, speaking of keeping yourself afloat, there's a few traders who've been keeping themselves afloat who appear to have been doing some naughty stuff with shorting Israeli stocks just before the attack on October the 7th.
Interesting.
Hasn't it?
We've seen this happen before, haven't we, John?
Oh, would that have been in 2000 and was it 2001? Yeah.
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 We saw a bunch of stock shorted, especially for companies that happen to have offices and headquarters within
Oh, those two big buildings.
those two big buildings in the
Yeah.
well on Manhattan, yeah, those Manhattan-based big buildings.
World Centre for Trade, I think, was it?
Yeah, the World Centre for Trade. That's
Yeah.
correct, John.
Yeah.
You know, buildings 1 and 2 for sure. Buildings 1
And
and
7.
2. Well, who knows what was going on in building 7?
Well, I can tell you what was going on in building 7.
A lot.
Well, that's where all the judicial records were kept. It was headquarters for the FBI, the CIA, and the
Mayor.
and they just found a shortfall, which puts the S&P's 1 billion shortfall into, you know, a mere bagatelle. They had found a shortfall of $3 trillion the day before.
I mean, it's very interesting. I mean, look, just because all of these coincidental things occurred does not mean there's anything untoward.
Oh, of course not. Not
And
Carl.
also, I'm not suicidal. And also, if you do, you know, enjoy this show in any way, shape, or form, don't offend me. Smash the like button, as they say. Smash
Yeah.
the like button. Smash it like you
Smash it.
Building 7.
Right, so what I want to do now is I mean, and I love Ed dearly, as you know, right?
I do as well.
Even though I am quite hard on him on occasion, but I think I have to be hard on him here as well, because he retweeted this next tweet, okay? With you know, that sounds a bit suspicious. Now, hold on a minute. Let's just think about this briefly, okay? So yes, Philippines did reject whose pandemic thing, treaty thing, okay?
Oh god, it's amazing, Polly.
Yeah, but she's right. Philippines did do that, and so did Yugoslavia. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I find Amazing Polly entertaining.
Yeah, but you can't blame this on any. Well, in fact, let's just be let's be semi-sensible here for a minute. So where are the Philippines? Right. The Philippines are on a thing called the Ring of Fire, which goes around the Pacific, and it's the most active seismic and volcanic activity zone in the world, right? So the chances of them having either an earthquake or a volcano erupting somewhere in that zone are pretty damn high. And then when you couple it with Ben Davidson's suspicious observers, who has had an uncanny knack of predicting exactly where earthquakes will occur, right? Due to the fact that there are big coronal holes facing the Earth at the moment, then I think it's pretty much certain that this is a natural occurrence. Well, yeah, so why try and say that it's not?
I'll tell you why.
A counter narrative?
Engagement farming. Oh, that didn't work. Let's try that again. No, still not working. Engagement farming.
This is why his audio is so bloody bad, because he's running it through like 15 devices now.
Look, I've turned it back to normal now. It's back to normal. There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, yeah. That's why. Engagement farming.
Engagement farming.
Because people...
I think you're right. Speaking of engagement...
You engaged again, John.
No, speaking of engagement... No, my name's not Hamza. Speaking of engagement, if you want to engage with us, you can feel free to support us at ko-fi.com/Chasing Dissent or patreon.com/Chasing Dissent. Or remember, you can also become a YouTube channel member by pressing join. That's the least preferred option.
You know what we were supposed to do tonight? We both slipped.
What were we supposed to do, Ben?
Open the fucking phone line.
I've still got the phone here. I could open the phone line.
Yeah.
I haven't finished.
No point.
Well, nobody will phone in now.
Nah, don't have the number.
Right. I do have a few more videos though. Right now, the next one. This is a cracker. Okay. You've heard, I mean, do you remember I told you once about my former next door neighbour who who specialised in tattooing people's heads to make it look as if they had hair, right? By tattooing black dots on their head, right?
Oh yeah.
And then it turned out they were drug dealers, and he's now serving time for printing bills. Okay.
I mean, my next door neighbour turned out to be a drug dealer as well.
I pretty much knew they were drug dealers when he installed the 16-foot jacuzzi in the back garden.
Well, that'll do it, I think.
Anyway, and someone set their car on fire in the driveway. But anyway,
yep, that'll also do it.
Anyway, this guy has taken. I mean, it's uncannily realistic. He has taken hair tattooing to a new level. That's pretty damn good, isn't it?
No.
I'm convinced. I'll get some bald spots tattooed in.
Oh, dear. I mean, come on. Oh, come on, that's worth a bloody like. Come on.
I thought it was quite humorous.
I think it's quite humorous, but the fact that some poor bloke, that poor bloke, is walking around with that on his head for the rest of his life. The rest of his life, that is on his head.
I know. What the hell was he thinking?
I have no idea what the hell he was thinking.
I mean, it will tone down and not be as glossy, I suppose, at some point, but bloody hell. It's just wrong. It's never going to work. It's all just spraying your head.
You know what? Tony Garrett's absolutely right. He says, yeah, what gives? Twice the viewers than the likes. Yeah, what gives?
There you go, Tony.
More than twice the viewers, actually.
So anyway, I'm remember, ladies, it's gone at the moment, but it could come back at any possible time. So you remember that the challenge is still open, and I've still to receive a proper entrant.
Oh my god, I'm so scared.
Do it. Oh shit.
So yeah, we need that. We need an entry. So get any snow.
Well,
get out there and get the snow boobs done. Right.
Well, where are we going to get the snow from? It came for about 5 seconds, then went away.
Oh, I'll come back. Don't worry. It's going to be a cold winter.
This is England, right? Most of your viewership are in England. We don't get snow.
You get snow in the east of England. You don't because you're a southerner. You don't really count. There's only you and Ed down there anyway, and a few other oddballs. I mean, you get snow in Welsh Wales, don't you? Anyway, I tell you what, I picked this one specially. Well, actually, I picked this one because I liked it, and I would drive this bus rather than drive a school bus because these are better behaved than kids, right?
Go for it.
Good morning, Jake. Well, good morning.
We're waiting for the bus.
Good morning, Amaru. Hey, you're not buckled in.
Good morning, Bama.
Are we still watching it?
It's brilliant, isn't it? It's brilliant. They all come on, say good morning to each other, and then jump onto their seat and get strapped in. I mean, how well behaved are those dogs?
Yeah, very, very well behaved. But that's a professional dog walker, I imagine, who's doing that.
But even so, even so, that was pretty slick. I quite liked it.
How do we know actually? Beats and Tapes makes a great point in the chat. How do we know the guy's not just driving along, dog napping.
Yeah, okay, because the dog's sitting there waiting for the bus to come along, gets up and wanders on the bus quite happily. Yeah, I don't think he's... And then there was the other guy, brought his dog out to the bus. Yeah, of course he's dog napping. Yeah. You're so cynical, people. You're so cynical. Lighten up your heart a little bit. Lighten up.
It's about to become 2024. Cynicism is the new counterculture. It's the new punk rock.
Right.
Maybe.
You guys are shocking. I'm disappointed in you.
Hey,
Yeah.
you lived through some of the best years. We didn't get them.
No, you didn't. You didn't.
No, we didn't.
Right.
No, we bloody didn't.
What we left with?
Well, I don't know what we're left with. Have you got anything else on your list before our delightful, delectable, beautiful blow-up doll?
I've just got one video left in it. It was a thing I saw the other day, and I'd seen these things before, and I thought it was like CGI, but apparently it's not. This is real, and it kind of creeps me out, right?
Go for it.
Because
I wanna see it.
it's like a kind of cross between a human and another thing, right? And they just look so goddamn evil. That is a Damascus goat. It's absolutely horrific, isn't it?
Nope, just absolutely not. Nope.
That's a Damascus. It's like a cross, isn't it, between a human and a goat?
That's worse than them 5-foot bats. You seen them 5-foot bats?
Oh, you should have seen the spider I saw today, mate.
No, I don't need to hear about it. I don't need you to talk about it. I don't need you to tell me about it. You just keep that image just for you in your mind wonderfully. That'll do. That will do for all of us, by the way. Not just me, all of us.
Yeah, there you go. So that's a Damascus goat.
I don't ever want to see one of those in real life.
No, that's horrible, isn't it?
It is terrifying. It is absolutely terrifying. Right, John.
Yes.
I want to lighten the mood I say lighten the mood. Maybe I won't be lightening the mood, but I am going to give a midweek review of a television show because its finale has dropped today, and we sat down and we watched it all as a family. And I think you'll be shocked, but I reviewed this first season last year as well.
Well, so I watched this last year as well, and I thought it was okay. Yeah.
So The Santa Clauses, starring Tim Allen, once again returning as Santa Claus from the movie trilogy before. Been doing it for 30 years now.
Yeah.
The Santa Clauses had its second season released on Disney Plus over the course of the last 5 weeks, because they dropped the first 2 episodes together and then the rest of them weekly. And we've got to the final. We've been watching it as a family every Wednesday. And once again, Tim Allen returns. It's like he never walked away from the role of Santa Claus. It is still, as with season 1, I would say completely family friendly. I would say pure entertainment. This is such a shock because it's, to me, okay, this is just a roadmap, a masterclass, a look forward for the Walt Disney Company, because all they need to do is look at their own content, which they are producing, and say, this has absolutely no agenda. This has, and if there are some things in there, it's not made the story. It's just in the background, right? It just happens to be, and that's how you put your things in a movie, right?
Yeah.
It is, the villain is fantastic, and the acting is very good, top notch. Production value, CGI is a bit wonky, I will say, but it's a TV show. But the only real criticism I have of it is the story was building to something that it wrapped up very quickly in the final episode. So it was building so well, and then it gets to the final episode, and that's wrapped up within the first 20 minutes.
So they just kind of rushed it?
Yeah, it felt like the finale was very rushed.
That's what she said.
That's what she says to most men. Or that's what they say to most men, let's face it. But I can highly recommend it, especially if you can get Disney Plus for free, because I'm now on my 15th 15th month of Disney Plus for free.
How'd you manage that? Oh, for buying. It's not free, mate. You keep buying new phones.
Yeah, well, yeah, Samsung keep giving it to me.
Yeah, because you keep buying their phones. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Beats and Tape says Friday After Next is my favourite Christmas movie. What's Friday After Next? Don't say it's a movie. I'll punch you.
But isn't the Friday After Next? Is Friday After Next Christmas Eve? No.
No, he says Friday After Next is my favourite Christmas movie, so it must be a movie, but I don't think I'd ever heard of it. Have you? I'm going to go a quick IMDb this.
I actually do believe there is a film called Friday After Next.
Yeah.
And I believe it's about smoking weed.
Is it? That's his favourite Christmas.
Tell me if I'm wrong.
Right.
Tell me if I'm... I'll tell you what my favourite Christmas movie is. Die Hard. Back when Bruce Willis, you know...
I do like National Lampoons.
Yes, I was correct. The Friday trilogy. It's a Cheech and Chong sort of
right.
buddy weed smoking movie.
Beats and Tapes, you disappoint me. You're just not getting into
I'll tell you what
the Christmas spirit.
Christmas movie is. It's Muppet Christmas Carol.
I thought it was Elf.
No, it's Muppet. Oh, you arsehole.
Why did you say that?
You're just an arsehole, aren't you?
Yes.
You're just an absolute arsehole. A wanker.
I'm quick though. I'm quick with it.
I suppose so. I suppose so. You did watch Muppet's Christmas Carol last night, Shalini, because you messaged me and told me you watched Muppet Christmas Carol last night.
You big
Just like
sap.
last year when you messaged me and told me you were watching Muppet's Christmas Carol.
Has she been drinking again?
I believe she sent me the same message the year before as well. But so I discerned from your love of Muppet's Christmas Carol that it's probably your favourite movie or Christmas movie.
Yeah.
But it is pretty good, and it's got Michael Caine in it.
I'm not a great fan of the Muppets, to be fair.
Yeah, but Michael Caine playing Ebenezer Scrooge is pretty cool.
Okay.
They watch Elf on Christmas Eve. Shalini does.
Good. Jolly good.
Yep.
There's quite a few elf things in the outro these days.
I know.
I need to tweak it, I think, but what were you going to say?
They all seem to quite enjoy the Muppets. And speaking
Gremlins was good, yeah.
Look, speaking of artificial puppet-like creatures, what's Carol Vorderman up to?
Carol is devoting herself to the election, right? Not. At first, I read that wrong. I thought she was devoting herself to something else. But she's devoting herself to the election and getting rid of as many Tories as possible. Now, I'm not quite sure what she means by that. Does she mean that she's going to go through her little black book and score off any Tory boyfriends? Or
I wonder how many she's had.
Well, she boasts something about having like 6 guys at this. I'll rephrase that. I was going to say it at the same time, but I think seeing 6 guys on a rolling basis. Does that sound any better? No.
Those poor guys.
I know, they're just being used by her. So,
yes,
so, I mean, Carol she's probably attained the status of bouncy castle these days by the amount of silicon she's got in there.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of plastic surgery this woman has had done, I alluded to it before, and I'll say it again. She looks like the blow-up doll version of Carol Vorderman.
Yeah,
you might be able to buy.
Yeah, she does.
It's quite astonishing. And Rob Bruce in the chat makes a point. He says, "I hate when celebs go into politics." Yes, we can talk about Conor McGregor quickly. Conor McGregor is memeing that he might run for president of Ireland, and I think it is a meme.
Somebody started another one then with The Rock. running for president of the state because there was some thing saying, I've just been briefed by the Pentagon. People are wanting me to run us for president.
Well, the reason I think it's a meme mostly, and you know, people are taking it seriously. I even put out a poll on Twitter over the last 24 hours asking people if he were to run, do you think people would take it seriously and vote for him? And like over 70% of people said yes.
Well, the Irish though. You should have said this is for Irish people only.
But Conor McGregor tweeted something. Let's see what he tweeted. I have to go down and find it.
That's a strange thing to tweet.
I can't find it, but he basically said that
that's what she said.
If he were elected president, he would have to have an outdoor sparring match with whoever was going to be Terzic or however you fucking pronounce it. And before he would allow them to be, he would have a sparring match with them.
Why?
Because he said, you know, they have to be able to get in the ring and hold their own if they think they can run the country.
It sounds almost like Lawrence Fox becoming a politician.
Yeah, well, yeah, it is. It really is.
It's a joke. The thing is, we'd make better politicians than any of these clowns.
I would make an absolutely fucking god-awful politician.
Oh, no, I'd make a fantastic benevolent dictator. In fact...
I never said anything about benevolent dictator. I said politician.
Yeah, well, you don't want to be a... Well, that's a... You just pretend to be a politician. Like little Z. You know, little Vlad. Do you hear what he's... Apparently, allegedly, he's going to be relocating to the States and been given citizenship.
Haven't we alluded to that being the case?
Well, we've alluded to that before, yeah, but I think it's getting close now because him and his general have come to blows. I think the Yanks...
mayor of Kiev.
Yeah, they're just looking for... I think they're just looking for someone to replace him now.
Yeah, I mean, the mayor of Kiev has come out and called him undemocratic. Said that he's just as much of a dictator as Vladimir Putin.
Of course he is! He's one of his critics. Not Putin's critics, one of little Vlad's critics, right?
Yep.
Died in a Moscow hotel. And I don't think it would be Putin because he's not a critic of Putin, he's a critic of little Vlad, right? And right. He didn't die from an unspecified, you know, condition. Somebody stuck a knife in his head.
I mean, that's pretty conclusive.
Yeah, that's pretty conclusive. As they said, he died from a stab wound to the head.
I don't think there's much mistaking that. I really don't. I don't think there's much mistaking that at all.
No, I don't think so either, mate. I don't think so either.
I was going to talk about Robert Jemrick, but I don't think I want to end the show on that. I think we'll save that for Friday.
Save it for Friday, though. That's fine.
Yeah, I think we'll save Robert Jemrick for Friday because, you know, it's just a case of, once again, realising the truth of the matter, that this government is absolutely ridiculous and incompetent. But once again, boys and girls, you vote for Labour, you're going to get more of the fucking same. That I tell you, before we go, this will cheer you up. I'll leave you with a thought before you turn us off.
A thought?
I'll leave you with a thought. All of these young people today that are going, oh, Labour, oh my God, Keir Starmer, the future, we need to get the Tories out. They are going to get a serious wake-up call over the next 5 years of Labour government. A serious wake-up call.
Yeah, they are.
And it is going to be... I won't sit here and say, I told you so. I won't. I'll just do it now. I told you so. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I think they will have a serious wake-up call. So,
and if you've enjoyed the show tonight, please don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that share button. And support us in any way you can otherwise. And buy a ball if you'd like. Buy a ball. Remember, Julie says, Merry Christmas, sir. Ooh, almost dropped it. And it's the first green one. We have green, we have pink, we have blue, and we have see-through. Now?
Cool.
No, we have white. Sorry, not blue, white.
Okay.
Green, pink, white, See-through. There we go. And so if you want to choose your colour.
I thought it was. Oh, was that pink? It looked kind of flesh coloured when I was. Maybe
It's pink.
All right. Okay. Are you done?
Am I done? Well, considering I'm on a strict time limit because my daughter ended up in hospital today. Yes.
Right. So
Happened at school, by the way, people.
tomorrow night we shall be having a little rabbit hole.
We're going down a little rabbit hole.
Just a little rabbit hole. So we've been down a little rabbit hole tomorrow night. So you
It'll
enjoy.
be at least 8 minutes long.
It will be longer than that, I think. So there's a little bit in that one, and then, and I'm just a little bit of inquiry. Or you could drop me a note or put a comment in or something, and tell me if you're interested in true crime. And because I've got one that I actually remembered that I actually got briefed on from an FBI agent, so I could go into that in a little more depth than you can actually get on the internet, because the FBI went through this thing and told us all the mistakes they'd made, so as we didn't replicate
Emma
them.
Watts is interested in that. There you go. Instant reaction. Instant answer.
Excellent.
Excellent.
There you go. Thank you, Emma.
And a little bit more royal historical rabbit holes might be coming your way from me, as I work with somebody who specializes in the field over the coming weeks in order to get some stories and craft some shows.
Yes, and I stay near where a tragedy happened in Scotland, with a young lady called Pamela Hasty. So I was actually thinking I might go up and do a little bit of on-scene filming and explain what happened to this unfortunate young lady.
Yes.
So we've got little extra things coming, like rabbit holes, true crime, that kind of stuff. We've got a special coming on the 24th of December, Christmas ghost story. Should I tell them the title? Should I?
No. Keep them in suspense.
Okay.
Them in suspense.
Keep them in suspenders.
It's getting to the point where my underwear are telling me I probably need some fucking suspenders because they're getting too big, John. They're getting too big.
You're such a conversational narcissist. It's just lovely. It's lovely to have you.
Slip that on in there. Slip it on in there.
You blow your own trumpet as much as you can, mate, because no one else is going to. Anyway, so thank you for attending this episode 274 of Chasing Dissent Live with Ben and with myself. It's been great for you.
Just happened. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. My neighbors compete to see who can put up more blinding lights. The kids all wish away the month 'cause they want presents in sight. This year had me so mad. I've been bad, got coal that is sitting under my tree. I think that my Christmas has died. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. When I was just a boy, Christmas brought so much joy. Couldn't wait for the presents and laughter. I couldn't sleep late at night, looking for Santa with lights. Those are the memories I still remember. Then I became a man, lost sight of who I am, but right in front of me was the answer. 'Cause on Christmas I feel joy, and I turn back to a boy. The answer is to stay young forever. This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song.
Which one of you did that?